and welcome to today's edition of the News in Brief. In the headlines, Minister-designate for Health calls on public to disregard myths on COVID-19 vaccination, government to receive farm machinery before end of the year, and Minister-designate for Environment calls for temporary ban on excavators for small-scale mining. News in Brief is brought to you by
Graphic Communication is giving you the opportunity to have news not only in hard copy but also in a digital form. Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
And now the details. Get ready to avail yourselves for vaccination when the COVID-19 vaccination program rolls out in Ghana in the next 3 weeks. Ghana has settled for the AstraZeneca vaccine from the United Kingdom and Russia's Sputnik vaccine. At a public engagement on the vaccination rollout plan in Ghana today, the Minister-designate for Health, Mr. Kwaku Agyemang, had this advice for the public.
Luckily in Ghana, we have success stories to tell with vaccines in children. Measles, polio, tetanus, all those things. We have used vaccines to try to prevent our kids getting them, right? So now, vaccines shouldn't be a new thing for us. And that is where we are. The only new thing we are going to add on to the battle that we have fought since last year is the vaccines. And if you are able to go around the country and vaccinate almost everybody, we believe our problem with COVID will begin to go down.
The Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Boaji, gave details on the COVID-19 situation in the country.
This just to show us the epic curve that we've had. You can see that the curve seems to have, I don't want to use a word that people don't want to hear, it seems to have plateaued, and we are hoping that with the adherence to the protocols, the curve will start coming down, as we saw in the very first one. And I think that depends on what we do. You can see that our active cases rose to the highest point we've never reached before, over 8,000. But in the last week or two, that adherence to protocol, the use of masks increased. We have seen a plateauing and now a decline. If we continue, we can see further decline. Today we are reporting a decline in our active cases. But if we continue, we're going to have the same decline go down. But as it is, it's still at a very high point. We never reached 7,000 before.
The Minister-designate for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Kwaku, during his vetting in Parliament today, called for a temporary ban on the use of excavators in small-scale mining. This, he said, will enable the ministry to come up with a framework to regulate its use so as to reduce the negative impact it has on the environment.
Earth-moving equipment in mining areas must be severely regulated and must be tied to the oil fight there. For example, again, my Mefi is, I'm not targeting them. For example, if they are going to do only, there are about 20 mining sites, then there shouldn't be any more than, let's say, 25 excavators to be regulated. But even more importantly, we should have a census of excavators in this country, and we should even consider a temporary ban on them.
Also taking his turn at the vetting, the Minister-designate for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Uswe Akoto, gave details of how a $115 million loan agreement between Ghana and the Indian Exim Bank will be used to establish agricultural mechanization and equipment centers across all districts in the country.
I'm happy to report that we are hoping before the end of this year, 2021, we'll start receiving the items from India. We heard from Honorable Haruna how desperate we are for harvesting machinery and others. And we really need this equipment to help our farmers in agriculture in Ghana. So we are very hopeful that before the end of the year, we'll start receiving the item. But before then, for the interest of this committee, the last tranche of the Brazilian facility has now been approved by the government of Brazil, And hopefully before the major season in the north, and around May, June, we should start receiving machinery from India for the same purpose. So yes, we have $150 million worth of farm machinery coming from India, and we have $33 million worth of farm machinery coming from Brazil. Between the two, we should address adequately the issue of supply of farm machinery to our farmers in order to sustain the growth which has started in this country in the last 4 years.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you again on Monday with another edition. Stay safe and protect yourself from COVID-19. For more news, visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at GraphicGH. I'm Ama Mankwa Befi.